Let's talk demonstrations. Demonstrations need to be broken down into your practical demonstration and the verbal cueing that matches your demonstration. So you have a practical element and you have a verbal element to make that all-encompassing demonstration. Looking at aerobics or step aerobics first, when we're demonstrating here, we very much need to apply like a layering progressive system where we're going to show small increments and small changes to the movement because we're working to the music and we don't get that opportunity to stop, demonstrate the move to the entire group and then jump back in. You're trying to demonstrate as you're moving to the music in that continuous flow. So aerobics and step aerobics is a little different than when we're talking about demonstrating for circuits or HIIT type classes. In that aerobic setting, you still will be using movement cues, safety and alignment and verbal description as well as your practical demonstration. It's just not the same as when we're doing it for circuits. Okay, looking at circuits. When we're doing demonstrations as part of our circuits, it's really important that you include that movement, albeit at a lower intensity, as part of your warm-up. This takes out the need for long explanations as part of your demonstrations when you're in your main phase. When you are in that main phase, you must remember that you're trying to get the group moving as quick as possible. You don't want to overload the group with information, and you must do a brilliant demonstration with excellent personal technique. You should do a few repetitions with them and the intensity should be as you expect the group to work at. In your demonstration, turn to the side if it's necessary and use movement cues and safety and alignment to add to your demonstration. Do maybe 4 or 5 repetitions at the intensity, add verbal descriptions, turn to the side if necessary, and if you want, it depends on your personal preference. You can show adaptations and progressions at the point of introduction, or how I personally like to do it is I like to describe it as this is level 1, this is the dream, and do somewhere in between. I often then will show the adaptations or the easier versions once we're in the exercise. My goal is to get the group moving as quick as I can, and I don't want to lose the enthusiasm, the energy and the effort by dragging out my demonstration piece. What's key here is that you do a brilliant demonstration with your personal technique on point. You use really sharp, snappy movement cues to aid the visuals of the person watching the demonstration. You remind them with key safety and alignment cues while you're doing demonstrations. But once the group are doing the move, that's your time to really hammer home those teaching and safety points. A big mistake I often see in the demonstration phases is that students try to show too many demonstrations at any given time. If you're doing something like an AMRAP as part of your circuit, keep your exercise list to perhaps 4 or 5 and definitely not above 6. Use a whiteboard to write up your exercises so the group know what's coming. But if you're doing a long list of exercises there, the first exercise will be forgotten about. So you're almost becoming null and void because you're taking too long and you're taking too much out of the demonstration phase.